Hello everyone, today we're making some gyoza dumplings filled with shiitake and pork, and I'm serving it with three what I'll call Japanese style sides. In the section on those sides I will tell you I had a complete brain fade, so you'll see some annotations which I typically don't put into my videos. Was the best way to fix that issue. But I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, like and subscribe. It really helps our channel and we appreciate you being here. Okay, so these are our shiitakes, which I have pressure cooked for 20 minutes. A 50-50 mix of dashi and my very rich and gelatinous chicken stock. For this particular step, as you can see, I used the Instant Pot. I'll be draining these and reserving some for a salad, for a side dish with some dumplings I'm going to be doing for tonight. The liquor I'm going to reserve and use to gently simmer some kabocha squash, which we'll also be using as a side dish for tonight. Kabocha really is a delightful squash, much beloved in Japanese cooking. Here I've taken a quarter or so out, which I'm going to use to simmer for a side vegetable tonight. You can see the inside of the squash with the seeds and pith in there. You can save these seeds, and if you have the right climate where you live, you can actually try and grow these. The skin is edible. Some people tell you to peel it, but the skin's edible, and if you simmer it gently for 20 minutes, it's very tender. Okay, so here we've cut up the squash. It's in the chicken stock and dashi mix that we used to cook our shiitakes. That stock mix has now become quite dark and taken on quite the aroma of the shiitakes, so it should impart a delightful flavour to the squash. You'll notice that we've put a drop lid in here to keep the squash well submerged in the stock while we simmer it for 20 minutes. So here, to use the term very loosely, is our mise en place for the gyoza filling. We have some finely chopped shiitake from the ones we braised up this morning. A little ground pork, 30% fat. Same fat content I use for my breakfast sausage patties, because we want these to be juicy dumplings, not dry and grainy. Bottom row, we've got some ginger garlic paste, some freshly ground black pepper, and a little bit of sugar. I'm not going to season with salt or any liquid seasoning. We'll be putting shoyu, Japanese soy sauce, over these gyoza to eat them, and that will be plenty of salty seasoning for that. Okay, so here's our gyoza filling all mixed together. I'll just put it in a bowl and get in there with my hand and keep squeezing until it's all mixed up. We don't want to emulsify the meat, so try not to overwork it, but make sure everything's mixed up well together. Next we'll stuff our gyozas. Okay, so here we're just going to fill one gyoza. The main trick here is not to overfill them. We don't want to be parsimonious with our filling, but if we overfill them, they can sometimes burst when we're cooking, and then we spoil the whole effect. So to seal them up, I just brush the edges with a little bit of this glue that I've made, so cornstarch slurry, and then we just pinch them together. Make sure that everything's sealed up nicely. You want to go for a little wiggle on the top, that's fine. So there's our gyoza ready to go in the steamer. Now we're going to end up doing about 8 to 10 of these from the meat we've got, but you've seen the assembly process if you couldn't figure that out for yourself. And here are our shiitake set in the Instant Pot steamer basket for steaming. I put a couple of circles of parchment paper underneath just to make sure we don't have any sticking issues. I will pressure cook these on high for 5 minutes. Yep, I'm doing these the wrong way around, aren't I? Most people like to fry their gyoza first and then steam them. I like to steam them first just to make sure that I know the pork is properly cooked through before I brown the dumplings off. Doesn't seem to affect palatability to my taste. So let's take a look at our sides before we tray up with the gyoza. On the left is a sesame salad. That's some sliced sesames that we braised this morning, tossed in a teaspoon of Japanese sesame oil, a teaspoon of shoyu, a Japanese soy sauce, garnished with some sesame seeds. Center, we didn't discuss this, but preparing asparagus, I'm guessing if you're watching this channel, you know how to do that. Topped with some ponzu sauce. If you can't find ponzu sauce around you, take some of your soy sauce and add a squeeze of lemon or lime juice to it and it will work just fine. And on the right, we have the kabocha squash that we cooked this morning, and that's dressed with some garlic threads, and we'll be serving these up with our gyoza. Looks like it's going to be a good meal. And here are our gyoza after they've been steamed, 5 minutes on high. One of them's broken, but the rest of them look good, so we will be going ahead to brown these off in our pan. So here we are with the finished product. Got a couple more gyoza out of that mix than I'd expected to, left to right on the bottom. Our shiitake salad, our asparagus in ponzu, and our braised kabocha squash with ginger threads. This will be a delightful meal. Thanks for watching.